believe the conversation we just had before.
You are
we
not going to.
I'm not going to tell you the conversation.
That's a VIP conversation. Definitely not.
I'm not going to say what the conversation is.
Y'all
I don't believe I was part of it. I do not believe I was part of it. But we had it.
Y'all.
Really?
Can nothing be sacred between a husband and a wife?
No.
Can nothing be sacred between a husband and a wife? I'm Christy with Christy's Craft Room.
I'm not.
That's my husband, Tim. He is
apparently not able to keep his mouth shut.
Apparently not. Ain't no secrets around here. He is sending out the text message right now. I'm pulling it up so I can see y'all's comments here. And we're going to get crafty. We're going to craft something fun, something patriotic, and we're going to have some fun while we do it. We're going to have some fun. We're going to share stories. We might laugh a little bit. We might, who knows? You never know what's going to happen, okay? I'm just, yeah. Y'all, I can't, even with this man, I can't. You can see the sheepish little grin on his face right now.
What sheepish grin? That is not a sheepish grin.
Hello, Miss Cindy, Miss Veronica, Miss Michelle. Hello, Miss Chris and Amanda and Miss Candace. Hello, Miss Nancy and Susan. Hey, Miss Mary. Hello, Miss Desiree and Lisa over on, Lisa and Wendy are both watching over on YouTube. Hello, Miss Chris. Hello, Miss Billy and Sherry and Lisa and Jean and Miss Michelle and Dawn. Hello, look at all these familiar names popping up. Hey. All right.
Hey.
Tim is sending out the text message right now to let you all know, or everyone that's not here yet know, that we aren't, or that we are live. That we are live. Not that we aren't. That we are alive, okay? I've got a cute little craft. This is going to be a little fun. Getting the power tools out. A little drilling might happen today. Boom, boom. So we're going to be drilling a little bit. We've got some wood planks and such, and an arrow from Dollar Tree. I got some stars that we may or may not use. I haven't decided yet. These are from Hobby Lobby. I've got some paper, I believe. These are all from Hobby Lobby. I believe.
You can fly?
They're all from Hobby Lobby. They're all from Hobby Lobby, okay? I've got some wire. You could probably use twine if you don't have wire. And I've got some Mod Podge. I got some wire cutters. And that's what we're using today. That's the base. We may or may not grab some other things. I got my little saw here. We are using that as well. So we're gonna get crafty.
Hi, Lynn.
First, we're gonna do our our.
Nancy says she can never find any of them at Dollar Tree.
What? These?
Apparently.
These I think are pretty new. I just recently saw these popping up at my Dollar Tree. These are wood hanging.
No, Susan,
decor.
she's just loud.
Am I loud? Am I yelling?
She said, are you guys using the microphones today?
No microphones. No. We don't have the machines
You're
running in the
really
background
loud,
today.
more than usual. Yeah.
Your volume might just be higher.
Yeah, all the machines are already
Turn your
off.
volume down. Yeah, it's quiet around here. Okay, this is just for those of you that haven't seen these. These are 11.5 inches long by 3 inches wide. So, maybe you could find something at the hardware store, have it cut down to a similar size, something like that maybe. I don't know, but that's what size these are. I might have to rethink this a little bit. I was thinking I would drill a hole, but it already has 2 holes, so I gotta think this through. I know what I'll do. I got a plan, I think. It may change. It may change multiple times. I need my scissors. Beep. Okay, got my scissors. Hello, Miss Pamela and Gina and Dora. Hello, Miss Debbie Bell. Hey, Miss Robin. Hello, Miss Tama and Carol. Good afternoon, girl. Good afternoon. I'm excited to be here crafting. I need some crafting therapy today. A little crafting therapy is always a good thing.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. I just got the text.
Ooh.
I'm cutting
Thank
the
you,
strings
Karen, for the stars.
off. I'm gonna pop this hanger off, so which means I gotta open my drawer again. Beep, beep, beep.
Damn it.
Beep, 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 beep. Wrong drawer. Hold on. Beep, beep, beep. Where are my pliers?
What pliers?
Those darn needle nose pliers. They always disappear. Oh, here they are.
I didn't touch them.
I put them back in the wrong place.
Oh.
I put them over with my paintbrushes.
You put my needle nose pliers in the wrong place.
Miss Nin I'm assuming it's a Miss Nin. It might be a Mr. Nin. Nin from Ohio is new.
Is it a newbie?
Welcome.
Hello.
If you are new, like Nin, am I saying that right? If you are new, like Nin is new, let us know. We like to say hi to our newbies. I mean, and our long timies, but our newbies.
Our long timies.
Our long timies. Our long timies.
Our newbies and old bees.
I don't like to call them old because they're not old. They're long timers, long timies. Okay, got my little screw or my little whatever they're called, whatever those things are called. Staples.
Thank you, Susan, for the
Staples
stars. Oh, look at that. There is a Star Party activated.
Star party, star party, star party. Woo! Star party, star party.
Nin
star
says
party.
yes.
Woo!
Female.
There is a star party, y'all. You know what that means? You know what that means?
Cheyenne over on YouTube is a newbie.
You know what that means? If you're new, you don't know what that means. When we have a star party, we celebrate. Star parties on Facebook, so if you're on
Thank
YouTube, you
Chris,
might be
for
like, I
those
don't see a
stars.
star party. So Facebook has a thing called stars, and it's like a little tip jar. We use it to help when we do giveaways and stuff, to help like cover some of the shipping costs and stuff.
Where is the...
But when we achieve the star party, Tim gets up and shakes his boo thing. You got a little bonus sneak peek there, okay? I mean, don't get too excited. We are not professional dancers here. We just like to have fun. And we are good dancers in some ways, but
I
booty
used to
shaking
make,
is
like,
not.
dollars.
You what?
Dancing. I used to make like dollars.
Dollars?
Dollars.
You used to make dollars dancing? What kind of dancing were you doing?
I'll never tell.
Am I learning something new today about my man?
Here's the texting number. Text hello to this number if you want to get a text when we go live. Take a quick screenshot of it. I'll hold it here for another second while she's cutting that stuff. Ooh, Robin is new. Just got my first crafting kit. Can't wait to do it.
Yay!
Woo, woo.
Yay!
Kathy says, you guys are fun.
Aw, well, we like to be fun. I'm glad you think we're fun. We think we're fun, but not everyone thinks we're
Yeah,
fun,
but what do
believe it
we
or
know?
not.
What do we know?
We do like to have fun around here. We like to craft. We like to have a good time.
Lynn, I could get down for that one.
What are we getting down for? Get down, get down.
Lynn
get down
said,
tonight.
had another thought for your next live. What about Niagara Falls?
Ooh.
Slowly I turn,
Niagara
step
Falls.
by step. Oh, sorry.
So, I didn't give instructions, sorry. Arrow from Dollar Tree. Used my little Fiskars saw and my little chunk of wood that's been with me since day one of crafting here. I'm gonna keep this wood. I'm gonna keep this chunk of wood till the day I retire, and then we'll do something fun with it. We'll burn it the day I retire or something.
Only two minutes left on the star party.
I don't know if I'll ever retire though, because we have too much fun here.
It
But
is
I
fun.
cut the arrow off, so just we have a shorter plank now. Okay, and it ended up being like 9.5 inches long.
Okay, and you guys, so you guys that placed orders Friday and over the weekend, I got them packed and shipped today. But Deanna's on vacation this week, so I'll be packing and shipping your orders this week. So
I checked them though; they were all correct. They were all correct so far. I double checked them.
knock on
You
wood.
should be good. You should be good. But you're gonna get you're not gonna get your usual note from Deanna. You're gonna get a note from Tim this week.
Yes.
If you order from us, you'll get a little note from Tim. All right. So we've got our 3 planks that we originally, like, they came this way from Dollar Tree, and then we've got our arrow that we cut down. And they actually fit quite nicely. They're like almost just, they're really just perfectly fit, okay? My original plan, and it might still be my plan, my original plan was just to do a single hole right here in the center and a hole here and put the wire through it. But it does have 2 holes, so I'm rethinking this a little bit. I'm rethinking. We could do 2 holes and have a wire on either side. I think that's probably what we're going to do. Or we could flip it, put a hole here, and then we could do like a little bow or something in these holes down here. So that's my thought process right now. So if you're new here, I usually have an idea of what I'm doing when I go live, but you know when you're crafting and you're in the craft room and you start making something, things don't always go as planned, and you just have to improvise along the way and make adjustments along the way. That's what we do here. Like, we show you the real life, the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to crafting, okay? Camille says do the 2 holes. Do you guys agree with that? That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm leaning more towards, is to do a hole and do 2 wires on each one to hold it. Plus that'll kind of keep it nice and straight instead of getting wonky, okay? So hearts if you think we should leave the holes at the top and do the 2 holes with the wires. Thumbs up if you think we should put it at the bottom. Let us know what you think. Use the holes already there, Susan says. Veronica Camilla says yes. I would probably be more stable to use 2 holes, Miss Verdi says. That's what I'm thinking. It'll kind of keep it from kind of go wonky on us. That's what I'm leaning towards. Holes at the top. Okay, I see lots and lots of hearts. All right, holes at the top. So what I'm going to do is I am going to overlap so I can get my holes marked, because I need to put the holes in this board, okay? So we're gonna line these all up, space them out nicely, so we have a pretty even-ish. Kind of center this little center one.
All right.
I'm gonna line up, don't mind my head here. I'm gonna make my board straight. I'm gonna kind of make sure these look straight down here.
Hi, Lisa. Okay, get ready, guys. I'll grab some names here in a second.
Just kind of get it all kind of looking nice and square. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you kind of, well, it really doesn't have to be perfect because of what we're about to do to it. So it really doesn't, what we're about to do to it, y'all. We are going to have some fun. We are going to break some things up today.
Uh-oh.
We're going to break some things up today. But I am going to mark my holes, because I kind of do want my holes to be kind of in the same-ish, space-ish, up at the top here. Okay. Got our holes. All our holes are marked. Looks good. Looks good enough. Looks good enough. Okay. I don't even know if these are like perfectly, who knows, these probably aren't even lined. They're pretty lined up. All right, we're gonna bring our board back. We're gonna drill some holes because we gotta be able to put our wire through this. So we're gonna get our holes, okay?
Okay, hold on. I just want you to see something real quick. Don't say anything. It just.
Oh, I know. I saw that. Yeah. Oh, Cindy said she's seen the arrows at her Dollar Tree. But they've had the arrows for quite some time. These ones are newly popping up at my Dollar Tree.
The arrows have been there. It seems like they're there always.
And I am using a.
That's all right, Kathy.
Like I know what I'm doing. I'm using a 1/8 drill bit. Is what I have in my drill.
Thank you, Patty, for the stars.
1/8 drill bit.
1/8.
1/8. Okay. I'm just going to get my drill going the right way.
Yeah, you want it going the right way. All right. While she's doing that, we have Karen Lacey.
Did you do names from the bucket yet?
No. Tama Pianco, Kathy Dickman, Leslie Lang, Verdi Winters, Donna Young, Rona Wagner, Bernita Tuttle, Mary Englert Todd, and Gina Turner. Remind me when we're done here.
Okay. So normally at the beginning of the month, we pull all those names that we read out loud here go into a bucket. And at the beginning of the month, normally we pull 2 names out of the bucket and we send.
Well, it's still the. Oh no, it's not.
And we send a box of goodies, usually wood and metal cutouts from the shop, to somebody. Always wood and metal cutouts from the shop, actually.
And y'all, I'll admit, over the weekend, I think I said I was going to do that on Friday, and
yeah,
I kind of relaxed over the weekend.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
No, we did relax this weekend. We actually did relax this weekend. We had a pretty laid back weekend. We worked Saturday for a few hours in the morning at home on the computers, and then
I took a nap.
We took a nap.
We took a nap.
We took a nap. We went and laid down and took a nap. Both of us.
That hasn't happened in like forever.
Yes, it has been a long time. So we took a nap, and then got up from our nap and
it was kind of just a yucky kind of day on Saturday.
it was rainy and icky. And do you guys have a hard time like getting yourself like from going into a funk on a cold, gloomy, dark, rainy day? Because I do. I struggle. I struggle with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I kind of want
Sylvia for the stars.
We're kind of going for a flag look, but we're going for kind of an old, rustic. I don't know what that is. An old rustic. Oh, okay. An old rustic. Sorry, I said old and rustic like 5 times. I'm aware of that. Like an old rustic. I said it again. Flag. Kind of like the old tattered flag, okay? It's been a glorious
it's a grand old flag
that made it through a battle.
Flag.
Right? So we're gonna kind of like rough up the bottoms a little bit, okay? We're gonna rough it up a little bit. And I have no solid plan. I know I'm gonna use some of my side cutters here to kind of cut it a little bit. I might use a little bit of my needle nose pliers here. I'm gonna use the side cutters. I don't know, but no, it was a nice day for a nap. So I'm just gonna kind of.
Wow. Hello to Sheila from Connect I Cut.
This may or may not work the way I want it to. I may just destroy. I only have 3 of these. I don't have any more. So whatever we end up with is what we end up with. Okay. If it doesn't work, I don't have any more. I bought the last 3 that my Dollar Tree had. That's the only reason we're not gifting the stuff I'm using today. Is I bought the last 3 that my Dollar Tree had.
Hi, Kimberly.
So we're just gonna. It's kind of breaking it too straight. We wanna kind of tatter it up a little bit more. And it may not go the way I really want it to go, but it'll come together. I promise you. That is one thing that always happens here. Is sometimes it looks a little crazy halfway through. Sometimes you're like, what is this woman doing? She does not know what she's doing, but we're pretty good at coming out with something cute at the end one way or the other. Sometimes I mess it up along the way, but then I show you how to fix it. Okay, so I think we're gonna call that one good enough. I'm gonna take my sander. I want to get those splinters off. Clean her up a little bit. Okay. Nobody wants any splinters from their craft, especially once it's done. And you can leave it completely straight like that. You can be like, girl, you're crazy. I ain't doing all that. And that's okay. I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you. I know I'm a little crazy.
Yes, you are.
Just a little. Just a little.
Hi, Gina.
Right. So we're just a little tattered at the bottom. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to work it. We might work it a little bit more.
Hey,
Man, I
Kathy.
took a lot off of that one. I'll take a little bit less off of these ones.
Well, if it works.
If it works. If it works. I might kind of, you know what? I got an idea. I got an idea. Where's my, here they are. Everything's in the wrong place today. These were in the wrong place.
I touched nothing.
I know. So, we'll see how our
Power cutters?
Power cutters work. Because I can kind of cut it, angle it a little bit.
No, we did, we were a little short on the star party.
Oh, we did not achieve. I forgot about the star party. I forget about things quickly.
We were a little short.
I tend to forget things quickly.
So, Bernita says, being a crafter, nothing is ever perfect.
Never.
But you just got to trust the process.
Trust it, girl. Trust it, right? Sometimes the process changes along the way, you know?
Yes.
We did, Michelle. Michelle said, did you get to see the Northern Lights Friday night? My goodness, it was so beautiful here in the UK. Michelle, girl, we got to see them. Tim and Trevor slept through them. Tim went out to the driveway for like 2 seconds. And we could see him at our house. But we were like, we knew. I'm like, girls, if we get out of like, because we live pretty close to our little town. It's not a city. It's just a small little, it's a city, but it's a small little city. But there's still a lot of light.
But you still get the ambient light.
Yeah. So I'm like, if we get away from town, we're going to see so much better. So we, Deanna and Elaine and I, we were all in our pajamas. Tim and I were in bed sleeping, and the girls were called us.
Yeah, I was sleeping, so I wasn't getting up.
So Elena and Deanna and I, I like this. I like this. I like this. We're gonna kind of have it like, and this one will be a little bit in between. It's gonna look good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We went out driving and we found.
Kim, sprinkle means to share.
We went and we found a. What could be good there too? We went out finding darkness. And we went out to a dark country road and ended up finding a spot where it was dark. We pulled over to the side of the road. We turned all of the headlights and tail lights, everything off, and we got to see them. And oh my gosh, they were so gorgeous. So gorgeous, so neat. It was funny though because we kept
Hello? What? What do you mean?
Alright, I might make this one come up a little bit. We kept Is it sump pump? Sorry. Child called.
And it what?
I'm eavesdropping. I'm eavesdropping the child.
You're fine.
Okay.
It makes noises.
We're gonna call it that. We're gonna call that good. I'm gonna sand this a little bit.
No.
So we went to the dirt road and it was nice and dark and we turned off all the lights.
Yeah.
But the problem was anytime a car would come, and we thought we were pretty deep in the dirt road. But every time a car would come, we'd have to turn our lights back on because, like, you know, we're sitting there in the pitch black, you know, dark road. It's not very smart to sit there with your lights off, you know?
Yeah, the Northern Lights went on for it was like 2 nights.
Yeah, we couldn't see them Saturday night. We didn't have any good visuals Saturday night.
Yeah, it's too overcast.
Yeah. Well, no, but even like you could see through the clouds and you still couldn't see them. I went out there a couple times.
But there were some people like over by the.
Yeah, some people come, but we couldn't.
Hold on, what's it called?
I don't know. What's it called? How am I supposed to know? I'm not a mind reader, honey. Remember?
Over by the state park.
Okay. I couldn't see them at our house, and even when the clouds cleared, I still couldn't see them. But maybe you had to be like in the deep, deep dark. Okay. We couldn't see them at all at our house.
That sounds like a movie. Or I mean a song. In the deep, deep dark.
Probably.
That's got to be a Bruce Springsteen song. In the deep, deep dark.
But every time a car would come, we'd turn our headlights on so that they would see us. Well, at one point, there was like a 4-way stop not too far from where we were, and this car stopped at this 4-way stop. And I got in and I turned the lights on, and the car just sat there. And it like sat there for like the longest time. And I was just like, you can go, you can go. I think they probably were like freaked out. Like they were probably, it's a deep, dark country road. And they're sitting there, they stopped at the stop sign, and then all of a sudden lights appear. They're probably like, what's going on up there? So they sat there for a while. But I'll be honest, the whole time I was there, I didn't say this to the girls, but the whole time I was there, I'm thinking like, this is probably dumb. Like, we are here defenseless in our pajamas, like, you know, like,
yeah,
not prepared to battle.
Chantel says she could see him over in Yipsy.
Yeah, oh, people can see him like all the way down like Kentucky, Tennessee, like lots, really far south. Like tell us if you saw them, where you saw them at. I mean, they were like all over, and you normally don't see them that far.
There was a lot of people that posted pictures on Facebook of them.
Yeah, we don't usually see them here in Michigan. Like in northern Michigan, they see them all the time, but where we live, we don't normally see them. We've only seen them one other time, and they were nothing like they were this time. Nothing like they were. All right.
Arkansas.
That's awesome. I'm gonna like
Wisconsin.
Do a little bit of my edges as well.
Oh yeah,
so
the sanders from you can get those on Amazon.
I'm gonna like sand the edge a little bit too, so it's not crisp and sharp, so that it's a little bit
Northern
like
California, Oklahoma, Colorado. Oh. Get ready, guys. I'll grab some more names here in a minute.
And I have a pretty good grit sandpaper in this right now. So it takes off the wood pretty easily.
Hi, Lynn.
It's gonna be cute, y'all. It's gonna be cute. They were seen in Georgia. They were visible in Australia too. That is so awesome.
Australia?
That's awesome.
That's insane. Because you guys are like way farther south than we are.
Lots of sanding. Lots of sanding. I think that's going to make all the difference.
New Hampshire. Lynn says, we saw them in southern New Hampshire, but not really with the naked eye. It was easier to see with your phone camera.
Yeah, definitely with the phone camera, it brightened it up, but we could see them with our naked eye. We could see them. They weren't as vibrant and bright, but it was neat. You could still see the greens and the purples and like the streaks through the sky. That was so awesome. That was
Brenda says New Brunswick.
So here we are in the middle of like nowhere, okay? And we're watching the Northern Lights. And Deanna and I were like, let's get pictures, yay, let's get pictures. Because, you know, Deanna and I both like to take a lot of pictures. And so we're taking pictures, and the problem was it's dark, so it does like that like flash thing where the camera light like the white screen on the camera shows up. And so we had to, like, you can't see yourself at all. Like, the screen is black. We're like posing for the picture. The screen is black, and then it turns white, and you just gotta stay frozen. And it took like 40 seconds. You gotta be really still for it to like capture the picture because it's dark out. And we're gonna do the same thing.
Oh, Peggy says someone said that they saw it here in San Antonio.
That's cool.
But she didn't see it.
So we're posing for these pictures, and we're like, one more. And Elena's like, she's over it. She's just done. She's over it. She's a 15-year-old girl. She should love taking 1,000 pictures, but they're like done, you know. So we're like one more, and Elena's like, like getting annoyed. So then this car comes, and we have to wait for this car to turn, and this car, of course, pulls in the driveway of the house. We're like in the middle of nowhere, and that's the moment that these people decide to come home. And they're probably wondering, what are these people doing out on the road, right? So they pull in their driveway, and right about the time they're getting out of their car, Elena's like, oh my goodness, why are we gonna take, she's probably, I'm not saying verbatim, but something to the effect of like, why do we gotta take more pictures? You've got enough. This is supposed to be fun. This isn't fun. And I'm like, Deanna and I are like, this is fun. This is fun. What do you mean this isn't fun? We're making memories. we're capturing our memories of the fun time we're having. She's like, oh, another picture. Like,
that's why Trevor and I stayed sleeping.
It was fun. Deanna and I had fun. Elena had fun too. But we got our picture. We had to take about 20 to get one good one, but we got our picture. And then at one point we were like taking our picture, and we were like, you know, you gotta pose and hold it for like 40 seconds for it to capture the picture, right? And I'm not telling the girls this, but I'm like, I'm hearing something. I'm hearing, like, it sounds like something's like walking in the rocks, you know, but heaven forbid, we are not screwing up this picture. The boogeyman might be coming to get us and sneaking up behind us, but we're not moving because we're getting this picture, right? And I'm like hearing this like noise. And I'm like, I'm not telling these girls. These girls will freak out. They'll freak out. I'm about to freak out, but I'm mama. I can't freak out. I gotta keep the mama composure, okay? And then I'm thinking, I'm Mama Bear. So if something happens, I'm the one that has to be responsible and be the Mama Bear, right? Oh, Lord, it's a lot of responsibility. I mean, no one ever, you know, the Mama Bear, people take that, like, oh, Mama Bear, arr. But in reality, it's a lot of pressure to know that you might have to Mama Bear. Like, you can Mama Bear like that if you have to, but knowing that Mama Bear might be coming, that gives a little anxiety of, I might have to be a Mama Bear. Turns out, we think it was just a little something in the woods, like a little...
just a coyote.
just a coyote. Probably just a pack of coyotes because we do
Shelley
know
says-
there are coyotes out there.
You guys could have been on the next episode of Dateline if you're not careful.
I know, right? I know. You think back and you go,
Oh, no.
"What was I thinking?"
No, if anyone tries to take them, they'll drop them off quick because they'll just be going and trying to take pictures of everything.
We'll be like, wait, we gotta document this.
We need pictures!
Well, that was
No, back up. This wasn't good. You've got to come at me again and get behind me because that wasn't a good picture. My hair wasn't right.
Can we recreate this moment? Let's recreate this, right? Yeah. All right, so we're going to start Mod Podging now, okay? We're going to do the blue and white stars up top. Let's do that first. We'll start with that. We'll slide those ones over. Blue and white stars up top. That's what we're going to do first. We're going to use some Mod Podge. I'm going to grab a brush. And we're just going to do the wet Mod Podge technique. Oh, wait, did I plug in my... I did.
You plugged it in.
I plugged in my iron. So we'll do that. We'll do the dry Mod Podge technique with the iron.
All right. I got some names here. We have Kathy Rumpf-Ondick, Debbie Bell, Tama Pienko, Bernita Tuttle, Keita Stone, Kathy Dickman, Carolyn Hill, Mary Winkler, Bernita Tuttle, and Rhea Moore.
So since we are using the dry Mod
Where'd you
Podge
get the paper?
technique, all the papers from Hobby Lobby, since we're using the iron technique with dry Mod Podge, I'm going to go ahead and put my Mod Podge on all my pieces, okay? If you've never seen this done, you're going to learn something new today. Learn a new technique today. So we're just going to let that Mod Podge dry.
Hi, Kathy.
Okay? If we have to help it along, we'll help it along.
Robin says you always have an adventure.
Life is an adventure with us, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Yeah. Turns out we were not far from the guy, Chris, the guy who moved our lasers. We weren't that far from him.
Oh, really?
On the way back, we passed his house, and I'm like, I recognize that pole barn. That's where our lasers were when we had nowhere to put them because we ordered them and didn't have a place for them. They came early.
Well, it was, when we ordered the first 2 lasers, they said it was going to take like 2.5 months to get them.
So we're like, let's order now. 2.5 months. We'll be in our new space by then. Let's get them ordered. Yeah, 2 weeks later.
Yeah, 2 weeks later they show
Shipping
up.
notification. They're going to be here next week. Wait, what? So we had to scramble, but we had somebody that could store them for us. Thankfully.
Oh, Kathy says, I love the dry Mod Podge technique. Better results than with the wet for me at
It
least.
is. Especially when you're doing large surfaces like this, it's a lot easier because you don't have to worry about trying to rush before your Mod Podge dries. So let it dry. It's fine. We want it to be dry.
Gina says, why do you call it a pool barn?
A pool barn? A pole barn. Pole barn. Pole barn. Pole barn. Did I call it pool barn? It might have sounded like that. It probably sounded. It's called a pole barn. A pole. Pole. P-O-L-E. Pole barn. Pole barn.
Sometimes she don't pronounce words very
I
accurately.
don't enunciate very well. My dad always told me that growing up. He'd always, bless his heart, he tried so hard to get me to enunciate my words. But
What's that thing that
don't.
the fireplace that goes up from the fireplace to the...
The chimney?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Chimney. Chimney. There's no L's in
Chimney,
chimney.
chimney, chimney.
No, chimney, chimney, Drew. What does it go? A roo? Yes. I know it's a chimney, but I always call it a chimney.
It's called a pole barn because of the way it's constructed.
Yeah. They set the poles, which the 2x4s, the wood, 4x6s, whatever, 4x4s,
6x6, 4x4.
pieces of wood.
Depends on the size of the pole barn.
I don't know my lumber dimensions.
That's okay. You don't have to.
That's why I have that's what I got this man for. Okay, he helps me out in that area. It's just the way they set them in the ground and
you need to know the size of.
No, this man. Ever since VIP group last week, like his brain has been in the gutter. Just so you know, VIP members, you know what I'm talking about.
It's all your guys' fault.
His every reference has gone back to that night. Yes. Ay.
If you know, you know.
This is gonna become a craft. VIP members, we're going to turn this into a craft, okay? This is going to be your next craft challenge. We'll include a 1.5-inch piece.
A 6-inch piece.
Not a 6-inch. An 1.5-inch piece of a popsicle stick. That's gonna happen. You better watch it. Watch for it, ladies. It's coming. All right, so we have Mod Podge on all of our pieces. If you get like Mod Podge in your hole, just grab something pointy and clean it out. You can use a barbecue skewer. You can use like this little scoring tool. Just clean that out.
If you know, you know.
You know, you know. Oh boy, some things we just can't talk. Not that we don't want to and aren't willing to. Facebook will just not let us.
We can get away with a lot more over there.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna dry this. We want all of our Mod Podge to be dry. Yes, we'll call it Shorty. New nickname. So what was I even saying?
I don't know.
The pole barn is constructed. They set the posts in the ground and basically build the barn around the posts, around the poles, basically. Yeah. I'm surprised that Facebook didn't hide that one.
I know, I was thinking about it though.
Yeah. Stubby. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. What were we talking about before that though that led to that?
I don't know. Oh, you were over by Chris's shop because you recognized the pole barn when you were going by. Mm-hmm. And then that got us off into the rabbit hole of pole barns and poles and shorties and.
Yeah, that was a fun night though. We did have fun and we did make some fun memories. So and we got the pictures to refresh our memory when we forget someday. So, Tim, can you put a plug in my phone there?
I'll put something in there. I thought you said you was going to plug it in before you went.
Carolyn, yes, you do not want to get Mod Podge in your holes.
Nope, nothing worse than a sticky hole.
Cindy, sometimes we get a little naughty around here. We try to rein it in. We try. Miss Cindy, heart shattered. And girl, I know you could keep up with us because I've heard the things that come out of your mouth, girlfriend.
Have I met her?
Yes.
Where?
At Dallas last year.
Dallas. Mm-hmm. Okay. Where was she sitting?
She was sitting to my right. Not right next to me, but one over. At the end. She had the little, I think, denim shorts on. She's a hoot. If you guys don't follow Cindy over at Art Shattered, follow her. She's awesome. And does some really, really cool, really cool things.
And yes, when Christy does say, "Oh, you met him in Houston," okay, it's in Dallas.
Doesn't remember.
Where were you sitting?
Where he's got to visualize.
Because I can picture where everyone was sitting.
Yes. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball and cut this a little bit bigger, and then we'll trim it down. I don't know where my other scissors. Here's my other scissors. And we'll just trim it. We'll sand it down the edges. I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger than it needs to be. All right. So we've got that piece, and then we're going to go with we're going to do the stripes in the center, I think. So stripes are going to go on the center one. So
What is that?
I kind of want the stripes to kind of be, I want to be able to see, I don't want it to be like red, white. I kind of want it to end with the red and the white. So I keep grabbing the wrong scissors, y'all. Not that those don't cut. They actually cut pretty good. All right, so that's going to go with that one. And then we'll do polka dots and gingham. It's going to be cute. You could do them all stripes if you want to be a little bit more, I want to say grammatically correct, but that's not the right word. If you want it to be a little more...
I don't think that's the center one.
I think it is.
That's the way you're...
That's the way I'm doing it.
All right.
That's the way I'm doing it.
Well, that's...
I'm committed at this point. That's the way it's
Hi, Natalie.
That's going to be just long enough. Good thing I cut them. I think that's the longest one. I know, right? Just long enough.
Well, it's a good thing you're going to distress them.
Yes, I am going to distress them.
I know.
You're going to see some of the wood around the edges coming to life, okay? Or coming back, coming to life. The wood's going to come to life. It's going to come to life. Lovatus is loving this craft. Awesome. All right. Yeah, yes, a lot of it's going to be artistic. It's going to be our interpretation. It's not going to be like a replica of the flag. It's going to be our interpretation. It's going to be a creative. That's the thing about crafting and creating and art is you are free. Listen, you can do whatever you want if you call it art. Just saying.
Pretty much.
Just saying. You call it art, you have a free pass to do whatever you want. It's art. But it's art. You mess up, it's art.
It's art.
It's art. And you can sell it for $1 million. Where's my parchment paper?
See, here's some art I created today. I'm gonna auction this off.
Oh no! Wait! It's art. It's worth $1 million. It's torn. It's called ripped paper.
Cheryl says she's trying to watch and help a 7-year-old with her 7-year-old grandson with homework.
My heart goes out to you.
Yes, I hate homework.
My heart goes out to you. All right, we're gonna kind of line this up. I want my stars to be semi-straight. I don't want it to be too artistic, you know.
Hey Sharon, Facebook hid your comment.
That's the end. Facebook, I tell you, Facebook,
We'll unhide
especially
it.
over here.
I'll unhide it, but because there's nothing wrong with it.
But that's Facebook for you.
She says, unfortunately, sometimes it's really ugly.
Art, yeah.
Some art is, yes.
Sometimes. All right, I got this little iron. Listen, I know 1,000 of you are going to be like, ooh, where'd you get that iron? Ooh, do you want that? Ooh. I don't love this iron, so I won't tell you where I got it. I just haven't gotten around to getting a new one yet.
But there is a little smiley face on the front.
It does have a little smiley face. I don't love it. It's okay. It gets the job done. It doesn't glide smooth.
Well, that's probably
this
the
part
Mod Podge
here.
that's on it.
This part here, where the backs of your fingers sometimes touch, gets kind of hot, which I don't think would be good for some of us because some of us have bigger fingers and stubby fingers and clumsy fingers, and I don't want anyone to get burned. I just don't love this iron, so I'm not going to tell you where I got it from. I actually got it from a supplier, but I'm not going to tell you any more than that because I was testing it out because we were trying to bring a new one into the shop, but I don't love it, and I just haven't gotten
Diane,
around
we're making it's a Patriotic hanger.
It just doesn't.
Yes, Margaret, I saw your bid.
Your bid?
Yeah, she.
What are we bidding on? We're bidding?
My art.
Oh!
My art. It was 1, 2, 3.
Are we auctioning off the art?
Hold on.
Did we get to $1 million yet?
Comma 1, 2, 3. Comma.
I do have the
30
travel
million.
iron from Walmart. But it was recalled, and so I don't want to use
She offered
it.
$30 million for it.
Ooh, girl,
Is that
it's
30 million
yours.
USD?
Bam, sold.
USD, pesos.
We didn't even have to do that. 5 sold. That was my interpretation.
What the ham sandwich?
That was my artistic interpretation of an auctioneer.
That was bad.
It was bad. It was bad. I could have sang.
That would have been worse.
I could have sang. All right, that's probably good. I don't know.
So does that mean I'm an artist? Wish it meant I got artist money. I believe
I know,
that.
right? I know. All right, so for the dry Mod Podge technique, you put your Mod Podge on your surface. Look at
Yes,
this.
Gina, that is my bride.
You can lay your paper. Aren't you proud of me? You can lay your paper.
Yes, baby, I love you.
I said, aren't you proud of me?
Yes,
Not
baby,
too
I
loud.
love you.
You can move your paper around and it doesn't get soggy and you don't get like rips and air bubbles and all the things. Okay, then you put parchment paper over top of it and then you iron with a better iron than I have. And you just iron it.
I don't think it helps you're liking that iron because they got Mod Podge on it and it sticks a little bit.
I don't know. That might be why it sticks, but I feel like it's still. They didn't get Mod Podge on the whole thing, so even like this end here is sticky. I don't think it's their fault. I think it just Doesn't
Sucks.
it's just a cheap iron, and I don't like it. Yeah, he does love his bride, Cindy. He does. He is
Yes,
very
I
sweet.
do.
He does
I love my
me.
bride.
He must for all he puts up with. He must, because
okay,
not everybody would put up with this girl.
as much as I don't like change, I know I'm changing, and it's her fault.
You're changing.
I know I am, and it's your fault.
In what way are you changing?
I'm not going to discuss it on here.
Oh, are you going through the change of life? Is there a man change?
The hell are you talking about?
I mean, when people talk about like at
No.
this age in life going through change, you're
No.
about the right age. Oh, okay. Are you getting softer?
Yes, and I don't like it.
He is getting softer. He's getting more emotional.
I hate
Yeah.
it. I do not like it.
No, it's for the better.
I do not like it, Sam. I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Tim is a much softer man than he used to be. He used to be a very very black and white, very didn't show the emotions. Men don't cry.
Nope.
You know, toughen up, Buttercup. You know, he's softened a lot. My uncle was an auctioneer, and I never could get what all he was saying. Even just in real life, did he just talk like wildly fast?
Probably not. He was probably a slow, soft-spoken man.
Miss Gina, she says, Tim, how do you keep your sanity around Christy? I think Miss Gina's been hanging out with Miss Lynn and Miss Lynn and Miss Sherry. I think she's been hanging out with them. She's kind of got like that little sister, big sister vibe, that sibling vibe of the
As
just calling
evidenced
us
by
out.
the bow on the bonus craft night.
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
As evidence, the bow from
Oh.
bonus craft night.
Yes, Tim did quite a nice job on that bow, didn't he, y'all? I didn't even tell him to do a bow. That wasn't even part of the craft.
Sherry
Tim went
says he
rogue and
was
made
a
his own
slow,
bow.
soft-spoken man. Yes, I believe that he was a slow, soft-spoken man until it came time for work, and then he made the switch,
Yeah,
and he was on.
he was on.
It was
Put
all
it on.
like Donkey Kong.
Claudette says, OMG, my husband just told me the same exact thing that this past weekend. Of course, he's enjoying our 1-year-old grandson now that he's not working, unlike our older grandson because he had to work. Yeah.
Yes.
I think like the level of stress in your life plays a big role on it, because Tim, when he worked in the corporate world and had multiple bosses and had all these like high level like weights on his shoulder, he was very stressed, and you can't help but bring that home with you sometimes, you know. Now he gets to work the pleasures of working alongside me every day, and I get to boss him around, and I'm so kind and such a great boss that he has zero stresses in his life now. So he's just a happier man, right? Would that be an accurate depiction of or he's just getting older? He's like, I'm out. He's out. I'm out. He's like, I'm gonna go get myself a beverage. I know, Lynn, a lot of people thought that the bow project was mine. Yeah, he surprised a lot of people with that bow. Yes. I know, right, Kathy? That face. Yes. And I feel like this iron doesn't get quite as hot as the other one, so I feel like I'm like always trying to like do it forever. Okay, I got a mission. I'm gonna get me a new iron. I'm gonna find a new iron for us that we love. Except to meet all my deadlines. That does bring him stress sometimes. Yeah. I'm actually quite ahead on things with him right now. I've been pretty good about getting you all the things that you need, right? He's caught up.
I'm caught up right now.
We're a little bit ahead on some things.
Here we go.
We're doing good. Hold up the star behind. Tammy says, can you hold up the star behind you? I must have missed that craft. You want to show her?
This was from the bonus craft.
Okay, that was done in our VIP group with for last month's bonus craft night. So that was Tim's. and then you can show him mine too.
No, I'm
You're
only
not
showing mine.
Only showing yours?
I'm only showing mine.
That was Tim's. Show him mine too.
No.
They might want to see mine too. They might want to see another variation of it.
No, they don't. They want to see mine. That's it.
She's like, no, the other one. She just said, no, the other one.
No, she didn't.
She did. She
No,
did.
she did not.
She did. Don't look at the comments. She said, no,
What?
the other one. The other one.
Here's Christy's.
There's mine.
Oh.
They're both beautiful. They're both beautiful. Tim's has a little bit more red in it. That was a fan favorite part of his, was there's a lot more red. I didn't have much red in mine.
Yes, I tried to really bring all three colors together in mine.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
no, it will never be Tim's Crafty Corner. It will always be Christy's Craft Room.
But Tim will always be a guest in my craft room.
Yes. Surprise,
More than
Tim
a
still
guest.
has hair on his head. My husband used to tell me that he was losing his hair because of me. No, that's why it's all gray. That's why, well, you
It's
can,
not that
you can
great.
say it's all...
You're more gray in your beard than anything.
Yeah. Savannah says, Tim's is better.
Aw, it is. Tim's is better. Okay, so now we've got all of our board covered in our paper. Now we're just going to take our sanding block and we're going to sand the edges.
Lynn says, I was impressed with Tim's bow. I thought it was Christy's project. Well done, Tim.
Cindy says, Christy is full of it today.
Yo,
I'm a
she's
little
full of it
feisty
every
today.
day.
I'm a little feisty today. If you want to keep it more crisp and clean and not have it looking distressed, and just do like your square edges, if you keep your sanding block, sanding sponge a little bit more upright as you go down, it'll trim your paper, but you won't get as much of the wear. If you want it to be a little bit more distressed, tilt your sander a little bit and you're going to get more of that distressing of the paper on the edges. When you have a large board like this, I find it easiest if you put it at the edge of your table and kind of hold it and then trim your edges. I'm going to distress mine a little extra, and all those little spots that I sanded and kind of curved out, we're going to sand those a little bit extra too.
Wow. Here. Right there.
Tim makes Christy's craft room fun.
Hold on.
He does.
Hold on.
He does. But you've become an excellent crafter, Tim. You guys make an excellent team. Yes. My husband's hair was pure white by the time he was 25. He said it's my fault. We got married when he was 18 and it was dark brown. They always blame us, don't they? They always blame us.
No, I blame the kids.
It is mostly the kids. Mostly the kids.
And my watch says, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shut up.
The sand, this is, let me see what the green is.
I think that was...
This one's a pretty heavy grit. This is a,
I thought the yellow was 180 or something.
hold on. They all say, 80. The green is 80. That's what I'm using. I mostly use the yellow, the 220, for when I'm just sanding a painted project. But if I really want to distress something heavy, go with the lower number.
Bernita says, Tim just makes Christy more comfortable to express herself.
Yes. We make a good team. Like, we just have fun together. Like, we banter off each other. We don't take each other too seriously, so we don't get offended by each other. One time Tim got really offended, and he I can't remember exactly what happened, but he was doing something with me and I said something, and it was one of the earlier times when he was on, and then he sat there in silence for the rest of the live, and I was like, why are you so quiet? Afterwards I'm like, why are you so quiet? What's wrong? Like, I knew instantly something's wrong, because Tim is like, he went completely radio silence. And I was like, oh my goodness, what happened? What did I do? Yeah. I mean, we're a married couple. We're gonna get on each other's nerves sometimes.
We do, you know what?
It happens.
We do spend a lot of time together, but typically she's up here in the front, I'm in the back, so it's not like we're always together.
Right.
So,
yeah. And we know our boundaries. We know when we're spending too much time together.
yes.
We need a little break. We've learned that. All right, so there is our board. So you can kind of see the edges a little more distressed in some spots than others. We've got our holes. We got to make sure that those get poked through. I'm going to use
Well, thank you, Natalie.
little scoring tool.
Natalie
You can
says
get these
we're
at
a
Dollar
fun
Tree.
couple to watch.
Thank you. I'm going to just kind of poke the hole through so I know where the hole is. And then I'll come in with a barbecue skewer that's a little bit thicker, and that'll like open up the hole a little bit better. But now I can see where my holes are on the front because I poked a hole through. And I will take a barbecue skewer. Where are my barbecue skewers? Where are my barbecue skewers? Here they are.
Huh.
Here they are.
Melinda says, you two are my favorites.
Aww.
Natalie says, you two are fun to watch.
Aw, y'all are awesome. I love you guys.
Elaine says, I love my husband dearly for 43 years, but would not want to be with him 24/7.
Yeah,
We are not together 24/7. We
No.
really aren't.
We do spend a lot of time together. I just broke my barbecue skewer. Don't get too wild with the barbecue skewer. You might break it, okay? It's a dainty little thing.
See, it's not easy, is it?
Well, when it's a Dollar Tree one, it's cheap and skinny and little at the end. So you need to be a little more gentle with it. Aw, thank you, Miss Cindy. Y'all are awesome. We love that you guys are here hanging out. It'd be pretty boring if we were here by ourselves.
Yes,
If we
definitely.
didn't have you all to hang out with and chat with, it'd be pretty boring. Pretty boring. All right.
Wendy, is it the
I got
the
all my
Easy
holes.
Press?
Got all my holes. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but all my holes are done. Okay. Next, let's see on this one.
That's kind of expensive. Candace, wow. I think it's been a minute and a half since we've seen you.
Who?
Her. Candace.
Oh, Candace.
Candace.
I thought you meant Candace.
No, not Candace, but
Yes. The other Candace.
yes, you guys, I did get Christy a couple things from Cotton Chaos.
Yes. Oh, Mother's Day. We didn't really talk about Mother's Day, did
No,
we?
we haven't.
We had a really good Mother's Day.
I did buy her the Mother's Day box from Cotton Chaos.
Yes. And I love it. I
was
love
cool.
it. It was awesome.
And there was a couple other things. There was another shirt and
A little water, or a little, like a coffee water tumbler. You can put hot or cold in it. Like a metal tumbler cup. Yeah. And then, well, that was in the other one. You got me a shirt and like this, like, shawl flowy
kind of
thing.
thing. Is that what it's called, a shawl?
Yeah.
The Mother's Day box it had the T-shirt,
Got the cup. There's something else in it. The t-shirt, the cup.
earrings.
Oh, and the earrings are stinking adorable.
Yes.
Adorable.
Yes, Cotton Chaos did an amazing job, I think, on the Mother's Day box. I think it
They
was,
did.
you know,
They did awesome.
I thought it was amazing.
They did a good job.
And I'm glad they had it. It made my job easy.
I see one spot where my paper's bubbling up, and I'm just going to fix that with my iron. See, that's the nice thing about the iron technique. I probably didn't hit that spot good enough.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that the earrings matched the shirt.
Yes, I did.
So
They matched very nice.
every time my hubby hears my phone make a noise, he says, Christy must be on.
Hey, hubby!
Maybe I watch
How's
a
it
little too
going?
much.
No, never.
Hi, Carol's husband.
Never.
Do what I did in the beginning. Just grab a beer and listen along.
Right? All right.
Kelly says, you guys are funny. My husband's name is Tim also.
Ooh.
We got married at 18.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Wow.
Wow. I waited till 30.
I was only 21. You were not 30.
When we got married? Yes, I was.
Oh, no, we met when I was 21. Sorry. Yes, you were 30.
I was 30 when
You
we
weren't
got
30.
married.
You weren't 30 when we met.
No, I was 28 when
28
we
when we met. Yes. Yes. Gosh, time flies.
I know.
You were just a baby. We were just babies.
What?
We were just
You were?
babies. 27?
Yeah.
I mean, we have a 27-year-old.
No, you were not 27 when we met.
You were. That's still
was.
like a baby. We have a 27-year-old right now.
Oh my god.
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He's gonna be 28, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be 28.
Damn.
We're gonna have a 28-year-old next month.
Damn.
Yeah.
Adam, get your crap in gear, dude. You're 28, you're almost 28. You gotta meet the one and get married in 2 years, dude.
We are not gonna be those parents.
No.
When you are ready. When you are ready in due time. No rush.
Have a good afternoon, Lynn. Enjoy your nephew's baseball game.
Ooh, have fun. All right.
Wow. Why did you have to do that to me?
What did I do? Give you beautiful babies?
No, remind me that how old Adam is.
I know.
Dang.
They're getting grown
I was
up.
having a good day. Now I'm kind of depressed.
You'll be okay. I think you'll be okay. Happy Monday, Miss Tanya. 40th anniversary. Miss Shelley, you are not celebrating your 40th anniversary, girl. You are not old enough to have been married. Miss Shelley Teeters. You are 40 years. That's amazing. That's amazing, girl. Yeah, Miss Teeter. I think of you when I think of I think she must be 25 years old. You just seem fun and youthful and young.
Because you've got in your head, you have a picture
of Teeter from
Yellowstone. That's what's in your head.
Can we talk about Yellowstone for a minute, y'all?
It ain't never coming back.
What the heck? They got us hooked and left us hanging. They didn't even finish the last season. They cut us out halfway through a season. Who does that?
Yeah, no. They ain't never coming back. Never.
I'm kind of getting mad at them now. I'm like, well, if they come back, I just ain't going to watch it.
Well, I've unfollowed everything Yellowstone.
You know I will. We'll watch it.
I have unfollowed everying Yellowstone because I'm
something
mad.
you would do. I just complain about it. He takes action.
That's right.
That's funny. Yeah, is that not annoying?
Yeah, but it's not. It's all the rerun stuff.
Yeah, it's just reruns.
It's not the new ones.
Yeah, we need the rest of season 5.
Yeah, the second half of 5.
And then what is it? What was the other one we were watching?
1883 or something like that.
Yeah. He got the letter that everything was going down at home and he needs to rush home and save everything.
Hey, Cheryl.
And we just got left hanging on the cliffhangers.
If you were signed up for texting, what do you gotta send? Stop?
Stop and then unstop. Try that first.
Yes.
Sometimes that'll fix it for you.
Jerry says never have watched Yellowstone. I didn't. I started seeing some of the little snippets. Some of the little reels on Facebook. And then I saw the one where the people were trespassing. And they beat them up and all that fun stuff. They said that was 1923.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was 1883, and that one ended because the girl died and all that.
He was supposed to go home and save his family, and we didn't get to see that. He got the letter from his mama.
So then I went back to the beginning and started watching the whole thing, and then I showed her the clip of the big fight, and then I had to go back and start watching from the beginning again with her.
Yeah.
So
he's watched it twice.
I've watched it 4 times.
Yeah, he's watched a lot of it.
I've watched it 4 times.
Okay.
Because see, it's when I find a show I like, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta poke our holes through. Get our little hole started so we can find the hole.
Wendy's husband's name is Tim also. Lots of Tims out there.
Tim's a good name.
I was 19. We met at my sister's wedding.
Ooh.
Her husband is my husband's best friend, and his name is Tim also.
That's awesome. So you and your sister married best friends. That's fun. I love that. That's fun.
No, Beth, we don't have cable.
No, we don't watch cable. We just stream everything.
We stream.
Yeah.
And
we do pay for some of the streaming services, but it's
There's a couple of streaming services
we only
pay
have
for,
one
but
cable option here, and it's outrageous. So we
it's
decided-
ridiculous.
We said forget it.
Yeah,
Forget
so we
it.
have, you know,
Forget about it.
with the streaming services we have, we pay the same amount.
Okay, so now we're gonna take our wire. Where's my wire? Where's my wire? Here's my wire. We're gonna take some wire. This is just wire I got at Hobby Lobby. Whatever wire you got. Whatever you got. This is a 20 gauge wire. So we're gonna cut some wire.
That looks nothing like a 20 gauge.
It says 20 gauge. Oh. You're a funny man. We're gonna bring it through the back.
You fun guy.
We're gonna bring it through the back. And then we're gonna take our needle nose pliers. I'm gonna take my small needle nose pliers.
Well, it's there are quite a few free streaming services
And I'm gonna make a curly
that you can use.
Make a curly cue so it doesn't come
I
through.
think like Peacock, I think, is a free service. Peacock, Tubi.
And then I'm gonna do like 2 at a time because I think it'll be easier to do it that
Gina
way.
says switch the 2 end pieces.
I'll lay it out and look at it. Did I get them? Oh wait, did I get them mixed up?
Oh my God!
Oh,
You have got to be kidding me.
Not
Carol.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my good, no. My hubby and I met on a blind date at Adair Bar.
I've never been to Adair Bar. We live so close. I've never been there. I
Yeah.
hear they have amazing fish and chips there. Amazing.
Why haven't we went?
I don't know. Maybe
We got to go.
I
love fish and
everyone talks
chips.
about their fish and chips and how good they are.
We got to go. But
we
that's
like
how we
it
met.
like that?
Not at the Adair Bar, but we met on a blind date at the Richmond Good Old Days.
Do we like it like this? Or do we like it like this?
I think this has to be here, and that's got to be there, and this has got to be the middle.
Wait, what?
That.
Oh, but I want the stripes in the middle. You think?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, it does flow
Just because
a little bit
I
better.
think it flows better.
Decisions, y'all. Decisions. I don't make good decisions. I'm not good at making decisions. I make good decisions because I take a lot of time to stew over them.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all tell me.
Oh, yeah.
Hearts, if you think stripes on the outside. Thumbs up if you think stripes in the center. I know it's backwards and upside down. So
Big
thumbs
stripes,
up.
Big stripes middle.
Thumbs up. Hearts. Hearts for the stripes on the outside. Thumbs up for stripes in the middle.
Wow. A few thumbs up. Lots of hearts.
Hearts was stripes on the outside, right? Right?
Was my way.
That way. So hearts, I mean, there's a lot of both. Hearts might have the edge. Okay. All right. Y'all spoked. Y'all spoke
Spoked?
it. Y'all spoked.
You spoked it.
You
I don't know.
spoked it.
Thumbs are like.
Oh, is the thumbs taking over?
Yeah.
Oh.
Looking close now.
Well, I'm going to keep curling these, Tim. Well, you watch the
watching.
reactions. Vote one more time, y'all. Vote one more time. Vote one more time. I'll just start putting these in the top. I'll start getting my top wires ready. Get my curly cues up here ready. Y'all tell me. What do y'all think?
It is really close.
I was thinking stripes in the middle because that anchors it, because the stripes.
Yeah, it's.
That's why I originally was thinking stripes in the center.
Yeah. It is close. It is very close, I think.
Okay, so you guys make it really hard for me when you split the decision. You make it really hard for me. Okay, let me look at it. Okay, so that means I got to make a decision since you all split it. I kind of like the stripes in the center just because I like the stripes in the center.
Then do it.
But I get the flowiness. I get it. But I do like the stripes in the center.
That's still okay.
Still okay? All right, I'm going with it.
Yeah,
If you all make this at home, you can all do whatever you want to do. Okay? We just inspire you to make it your own. Okay? You don't have to do it exactly like ours. I put my wires in. Get my wire. Oh, Goodness gracious. Find the hole. Okay.
Not so easy, is it?
You're so funny.
I know.
You're so funny. All right. I'm gonna cut these down just a little bit. About an inch.
Margaret
to about
says,
an inch.
you do you.
You do you, boo.
No,
you do
she
you.
said you do you. She never said nothing about gosh dang nothing.
I added the boo. I like the boo.
Yeah, no.
Tim doesn't like when people say boo. Call people boo.
Yeah, no.
Honey boo.
No. Where did you get the surfaces?
They're all from Dollar Tree. So the red pieces are from, they came as just planks. The blue one was the arrow that they have at Dollar Tree. I don't have any more of the planks. I used all 3 of the ones I have, so I can't show you what it looked like originally. But it was literally just this plank, and then I cut the edges to make them tattered on the ends. So then we have to decide, like, if we want to finish this off in any way. Do we want to leave it simple? We'll put a hanger at the top.
Carol says, love Richmond, good old days. Hubby's grandparents live on Bowman in Columbus.
We met at Richmond Good Old Days. Fun fact. Tim and I met.
That's what I just said.
Oh, you said that? I missed
I said that.
Sorry. I was focused on the project. I was focused hard. Yes. Did you tell him we met where we met at the Good Old Days?
I don't know if I said we met at the beer tent.
Yeah, we met in the Richmond Good Old Days beer tent.
Thank you, Diane, for the stars. Diane Bazzillo. Hey, Diane, are you still working at the same place? I worked with her.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes, I worked with Miss Diane.
Fun. All right, cutting these down to about an inch, and I'm gonna curl them.
That was the place I got fired from.
That place, huh?
Yeah, that place.
That lovely place. Okay.
That place.
Okay. Place where you got your head injury from, too.
That's the one.
You know, everything that happens in life shapes you, right?
You know, I had my head injury in March and fired in September of the same year.
Interesting. Interesting.
Oh, yes. Did we tell that story over in the... I won't tell it on this page.
I don't know which story.
The reason I lost that job.
I don't think we've ever talked about that on here at all. I don't think
not on this page, but have we talked about it on the...
No. I don't think you've ever even said that you got fired.
Oh.
I don't think we talked about that there. That's your business to talk about. I let you share that.
Back in March, on March 18th of 2018, I had I slipped on the ice and fell, knocked myself out. Had a concussion.
It was a 911 emergency. Took him to the hospital. Ambulance came. I got the phone call that, thank goodness Rachel called me. One of the nurses there, we knew her. Our kids went to school together. They wrestled together. We knew them really well. And so she called me and she's like...
From my phone.
From Tim's phone. Yeah, and she's like, hi, Christy, it's Rachel. Tim's going to be okay. I'm like, okay. But he took a fall. It was a pretty serious fall. The ambulance is here with him right now. I'm like, what? But I just have some questions. You know, she was asking, like, what medications is he on? And, you know, all the different things that they need to know when they take you in an ambulance. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. She's like, he's having some memory issues. You know, but, they're going to take him to the hospital, blah, 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 blah. So then I had to, I was like that panic moment of, oh, no. Like, I have Elena. Do I drop her off at school? So I asked her, I'm like, do I need to, like, how serious is this? I'm like, do I need to, like, put Elena in the car and bring her with me? We're about to leave to drop her off at school. Do I drop her off at school and then go? And she's like, no, drop her off at school and then just go straight to the hospital. And I'm like, yeah, it was a pretty scary, that was the scariest because he didn't call me. He did have to go to the hospital one other time. He had to put out a fire at work at a different place. and he, oh shoot.
You need to put holes in the top.
We need holes for our hanger, y'all. There was one other time that he had to put out a fire and he got like smoke inhalation. And so they took him by ambulance that time too, but he called me and just said, they're taking me to the hospital. You know, so when he called and it was his voice, I'm like, oh, I can hear him, he's okay. But the fact that somebody else called me, that was scary. That was really scary. So
I'm not going to share, Maria, I'm not going to share that on this page. I will share it on in the VIP group at some point.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's not something you talk about.
Yeah, I won't share it on this page.
Just because of anyone can listen in here.
Yeah.
I can't believe. I'm surprised you even said anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a whole situation.
Yeah,
He wasn't fired. Technically,
well,
he resigned.
They asked for my replacement.
Yes.
Because I worked for a contract company, and they asked for my replacement.
Well, and it was one of those situations where there's multiple bosses. You got the bosses of the place. You got the bosses of the. It was like a contract company that comes in, so it wasn't like, I think the ones your contract company, I don't think they really even, they would have kept you. It was a whole messy situation.
Because I was very, very efficient at what I did.
Yeah, so it was
I was very good at what I did.
It was definitely a little bit of a, long.
I do still have some memory issues, some balance issues.
He forgets words mostly. So. He forgets his words a lot. And if you know Tim, like you guys know, like Tim remembers songs. Tim's very, he's very, a lot of useless knowledge. Yeah. Like he's really got all that. Like I'm gonna double this wire to make it a little bit stiffer, I think, and twist it.
Yes, I have a lot of useless knowledge just rattling around in my brain.
Yeah, so he doesn't forget things like that, and ever since then he forgets words. Like he'll just be like, wait a minute, hold on, give me a minute. I know the word. I know the word,
I can see it.
Yeah.
But I can't say it.
Yeah.
Like in my head, it's not as bad as it was when the accident first happened, but like I'd be talking to somebody and trying to say Home Depot. I can see the Home Depot sign in my head, but I can't say it.
See, I have those issues, but I can't blame head injury. I just can't remember anything. I am my mother's daughter. My mother is my mama, and it's
yeah, Savannah. It is. It is scary sometimes. And it definitely stinks.
So we're going to put our little wire in. And you could curl your wires in the back if you don't want to see them. I think it's kind of cute to see your little curly wires.
Well, especially because it matches the other ones.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
we're doing our little curly wires.
Catherine says, at least he remembers you.
He remembers me, yes. Could you imagine living like 50 first dates, like where like you just forgot everything every day?
I could not.
That would be...
I could not.
That would take the patience of a saint.
Yes.
The patience of a saint. And you don't have the patience of a saint.
No.
You really don't.
No.
Everyone here is like, you're so patient to deal with her. I mean, he is,
yeah,
but...
I love my bride.
But he just loves me enough. He
I
just loves me enough, y'all. This is so cute. I think it needs something, though. I think it needs like a bow or something. I think it needs a bow. Hold on.
Yes, Beth. Yes. That my grandpa used to say that was like his line.
What?
So he suffers from CRS. Can't remember squat.
Oh. How cute, but it needs a little something. So I think we're gonna add, we do have stars. We could add stars. We could add like a star up there, would be cute. We could do a couple stars. Yeah, I don't know if I like multiple stars.
You want some little stars? We got some little stars this size. This size that we could put in the shop.
I think
Hi, Melissa.
maybe like one star there and a bow there.
Someone said a bow.
And then
Who was
maybe
it?
a star
Margaret.
down here.
Says a messy bow on a hanger.
I think a bow. Let's paint this little guy up white and let's make a bow. Let's make a bow.
Mary says, is the paper from a paper pack? I'm at Hobby Lobby now and I can't find the paper.
They're all individual papers. Some of them I may or may have not. I don't remember when I got them. I think these are all pretty recent ones though that I got. This one was a 12 by 12 paper. This one I might have had from last year. This one I think I got this year, the gingham. And then the blue I think they have. I know I got this blue one this year. It's a little bit lighter, but it's basically the same. So they have this one there now.
This one is
Oh, she's gonna remember. She's
number
walking through
148, 429.
She's walking through Hobby Lobby right now. She's gonna like remember all the numbers.
Of course.
All right. Let's paint our star white.
Oh, you said put USA on it. I think you would need bigger letters than Scrabble letters.
Yeah, the Scrabble
though.
letters
I
think
think
are
the
too
Scrabble
small.
letters would be too small.
Maybe we could put them on the star. That could potentially work. Let's get our star painted up.
I gotta get another one of those things for the black letters. Just the stars I can't find.
The stars are from Hobby Lobby. They're in the wood pile section. They come in a pack that looks like this. Wood pile section. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 8 stars in it. Yeah, 8.
Yeah, that's what the signs, the package says.
Yes.
Yes. And Melissa has the same shirt.
Hi girl, my cotton chaos shirt. Love these girls.
I don't know, I'm gonna have to talk to them girls.
Hi.
They're coming out with too much cute crap for you.
Sorry. Tim shops from them more than I do, honestly.
I do.
Random packages will show up from Cotton Chaos and I'll be like, what's this?
I do, and I blame Andrea and Whitney.
You know what I really want?
It's their fault.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you. I really want that they have these pajama pants. I want some of them. They've got flamingos on them. I thought those would be really fun to wear to the live event to the beach. So if I tell Tim, he can go on and order them for me because I keep thinking I need to go order them. I need to go order them.
Gosh dang it, Andrea and Whitney.
I know. They got cuteness. Lots of cuteness happening over there. Oh yeah, Crystal, it's too new of a shirt to wear to work out in the garden just yet. Yes, don't mess her up.
Lou says I joined the Chaos Girls shirts.
Whoop whoop! Awesome, Lou.
You know what they do? They've got amazing things over there. They have just got
They do.
I don't like using these. Some words I don't like using. Okay. They got some stinking cute stuff over there.
They do. And if you're like, don't know what we're talking about, or you're like, we want the link, I did post the link with my post this morning.
I don't even know.
I don't know if you have it set up on that computer. I texted it to you yesterday. No, that was a different one. That was the
I have
one.
The
We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. We're almost done. We're gonna make a bow though. We're gonna make a cute little bow.
I think.
But let me just dress this first. And I'll grab some Scrabble letters. We'll see if 3 Scrabble letters fit across this. If that fits across this star.
How come?
Alright. Let me get some fabric and some ribbon.
Why is it?
Sorry.
Log in. Why is it showing me this?
I don't know what you're at because you're not logged. Because you're not logged in as. Click on. No. What did you just click? Log
This?
back in. Get back in.
Into this?
Yeah, because that's it.
Okay. When I log in,
I know, but you didn't click that. I'm not a robot.
I didn't.
No. Now it's still saying to log into your account. You gotta click the I'm not a robot. Because you're not a robot. Look, we got this gingham fabric, which will go super, super cute. Super cute. So let's cut a couple strips. We're not
but
going
it
to do a
takes me
huge
right to
bow.
here.
Okay, give me 2 seconds, honey. I'll help you. Y'all. Hold on. Let me in there. You want to rip some fabric from a ribbon?
Do you got it? How much? What size?
Just cut it across. No, snip and rip.
I know.
Of both pieces.
What
I
size?
don't know, like an inchish.
Where's your scissors? How many?
Huh?
How many?
I don't know, honey. Hold on, y'all. I'll get you the. Oh, I don't have it. The link is in my. It's alright. The link is in my. You're not on my computer, so I don't know how to get you logged in. I posted the link to Cotton Chaos in my post this morning. So if you go to my post on the page from this morning, the link will be there.
Well, let me.
Or just go copy it from this morning, maybe?
Cheese, pizza.
Listen, do your job over there, honey. It's your job. You should know how to find these links. I don't know why it's not logging in. It should be logging in for you.
I know.
All right, so we've got some blue little like a buffalo checky fabric here. I'll go cute with it. We've got some red gingham. I'm gonna cut these in half. These are gonna be, I don't know, about 6-ish inches long. And then we'll rip the stuff off. Y'all, I love Patriotic crafts. You're going to see a lot of Patriotic crafts from me this time of year. Love them. One of my favorite times of year to craft.
Okay.
I mix in some spring and summer and stuff like that, but this time of year, up until Memorial Day,
There.
I typically do a lot of Patriotic crafts, and then I'll kind of transition to just like summery stuff for a while. And then right before 4th of July, I usually sprinkle some more Patriotic ones in there.
All right.
You got it?
I think so. It's to the
That takes you to the page with the t-shirt club, which is where this shirt is from. But you can always click around to look at all their other stuff there too.
All right.
But that'll get you to their
Hi,
site.
Joyce.
That'll get you there. Diane Bush says, I love the Patriotic stuff. I'm so glad you do a lot. Yes, you're going to see a lot of that.
Gosh dang it, guys. I got it.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh dang it all.
Almighty. All right, let's get some of this. I love
What the holy
this.
ham sandwich.
Love this. This one's really stringy because I've torn a lot of pieces. Just cut all that off. Okay.
Yeah, they got some cool things over there.
They do. They do. All right. I like these colors. We'll see if we need more. This might be enough. We could always throw some ribbon in there too. Always throw some ribbon in there. Thank you guys for sprinkling. It really helps us a lot when you guys do that. When you comment, when you react to our posts, when you share our posts.
When you do all the things.
Yes, it lets Facebook know that you like what you're seeing here, and they will show it out to more people.
Melissa says, Christy, how was your Mother's Day? What kind of goodies did you get?
My Mother's Day was good.
She got left alone.
We started talking about that, and then we got distracted.
We took Trevor and Deanna to the airport first thing in the morning.
We did drop Trevor and Deanna off at the airport. They're on a little vacation. And then we came home, and Elena had cleaned up the house. She cleaned the kitchen, did the dishes, got everything all tidy. She had all of my
Jake took T-Bone
gifts.
for a walk.
Jake took T-Bone for a walk. He went to the store and I don't know what he got, but he went to the store.
Flowers.
I know he got the flowers, but I don't know what else he got.
They went to Florida.
And then, all right, so I just got a bunch of ribbons. We'll just throw this one in there too, because why not? Why not?
Because why not?
And then we need something to tie it. So I'm just going to cut a nice skinny little piece of ribbon here.
No, we were on the road for church. We were still driving.
Yeah, we had to leave at 8 o'clock in the morning and take them to the airport. So we did not make it home for church.
Dawn, we don't auction off our crafts.
We don't.
We haven't. Well, we did a couple of times, but we haven't done it in a long time.
We're looking for a new way to do it because Facebook has kind of cracked down on people doing auctions, and they don't really like the hold it up and put a bid and put a number. Yeah, from what we've seen and feedback from other people who do them. I don't want to do anything to risk losing this page. So we're looking at other options to potentially do auctions in the future. So stay tuned for that, because we're looking at some other options. But
I think last year we gave away a lot of them at the live event.
We did. Our live event,
prizes.
We gave a lot of them away. We did. Yes, and we'll probably do that again this year. We'll probably be bringing some to give away at the event this year. Definitely.
But it's like, how do you pick which ones?
It's hard. It's hard to pick.
You know?
I want to keep them all, but I can't keep them all. I just can't.
Well, we can give mine away and keep yours.
We could do that. Just kidding. No. We'll give some of Tim's away, some of mine away. We'll keep some of both. And I like to keep some because I like, especially like the VIP group ones, because I like to be able to go back and look at them and show them. And
Verdi says, I won one of Christy's crafts. Heidi, we use YouTube for the main page, but for our subscription group, we do use Zoom.
We do Zoom and Facebook.
Zoom and Facebook for our for our VIP group.
Okay, I'm reading letters.
And we use Zoom. Yeah, Zoom for the VIP group. YouTube and Facebook for the main page. So, Bertie says I would love to win one of Christie's.
Yes. Yeah, that's always a fun part of the live event.
Gina says, why don't you sell them in your shop? That way it will help with the cost of your giveaways.
Well, the thing is, to sell them in the shop is, one, I have to come up with a price, which is really hard for me to do. I'd rather you guys bid on them and you come up with the price than me have to come up with it. And two, we'd have to create a separate listing for each one, and that's very time consuming to create listings on the website.
It's tough.
It's a lot of time. And
we would love to do another auction that way because we donated 100% of everything we got from the auctions.
Yeah.
We would donate it to St. Jude and a local family that needed it.
Yeah.
So we'd really love to do that again.
Think of that.
But we gotta figure that out.
That's cute. Yeah. So it's probably not going to happen anytime too soon because we've got a lot on our plates already, and I'm trying to pull back on some things on our plate.
Thank you, Carol.
Because I have a lot in my personal life that requires my responsibility.
She says, please don't do anything to lose this page. I'm truly so glad I found your page and the VIP group. Such a special place. Thank you so much.
Aww.
Thank you. That means a lot to us.
It does.
It does. We love what we do.
We have been so blessed by this page in this community.
And we have so much... we do have a lot of fun here.
We do.
And it all means just as much to us as it does to you guys.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
You know, and it's... One of the people I used to look up to used to say, the only reason I still look up to him, I don't hang out with him anymore. That's the only thing. He had this phrase: if money was not an issue, would you still do what you do?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yes.
Definitely.
100%. We have a lot of fun here. I get to make pretty things and hang out with people who appreciate pretty things. And my husband's learned to appreciate pretty things.
You are pretty, baby.
Oh, thank you.
You are pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we need a button or something on the, maybe a little wooden button. A little wooden button.
Thank you, Robin. She says, your page came into my life in a special time. I didn't know what I would do if you were not here. That means a lot to us. You know, if we can bring a smile to somebody's face,
absolutely,
that means a lot to us.
All right, y'all. I think she's done. I think she's done. What do you think?
Really? That's it? That's it?
I think she's done. I
looks
think
good.
it's
Looks good,
perfect
baby.
just the way it is. I think now is the perfect time to stop and not add anything else because I think it's adorable. Look how stinking cute. I may be a little biased, but isn't our flag beautiful? Like, we can make so many beautiful, like, it's such pretty colors.
You think you're a little biased?
I probably am. I know I'm biased, but like I love our flag color. Deanna and I were talking about this the other day. We're like, we just love the flag colors, the red, white, and blue. We just love it. We just love it. Probably a little biased, you know.
Yes.
We're proud of our country and our flag, and yeah. But yeah, I think it's good. I think we're gonna call it quits, call it done. And
because it's a grand old flag. It's a high flying flag.
It is. I don't know why the do your ears hang low song just came into my head.
No, it's a grand old
I
flag.
know.
It's a high flying flag. I wish I remembered the rest of that.
I know. But yeah, I think it's cute. I think it's done.
I will find the rest of that.
This would be really cute hanging on a door. So like when you open and close the door, it kind of.
You need to put it on our front door.
Or even hanging out on your front porch, like a covered area, like a covered porch area. Kind of hang it so that like when people come and go, you know, it kind of has a little bit of movement to it. I think that's super, super fun. Yes. Sandra says, she's so right. You've both blessed us. I can say from your group would agree. We love and care about you and your family. Yes. And Wachovia helping, what is that? Helping Wachovia.
Helping Wachovia.
It probably means something.
No, I think she did talk to text, and talk to text didn't quite pick up what she was saying.
We'll stop there then. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you guys love it. Thank you guys. If you recreate this, make sure you go over to our craft sharing group and post a photo. And please remember, our craft sharing group is a place for you guys to post your personal creations and your personal creations only. It is not a place for buying and selling. It is not a swap group. It is not a buy-sell group. It is just for you guys. It's a safe place for you guys to share your photos, inspire other people to get crafty, to share your stuff. So
she's saying it because she's been hearing me complain the last couple of days because
we've had some. Yeah, we've had some people trying to break the rules over there. And I think it's funny when they try to break the rules and they accidentally ask us about buying from somebody. I'm like, girlfriend, no buying and selling in this group.
Yes, they send us emails about buying something they see on there.
I'm like, girlfriend, you were emailing the wrong person right now. But yeah, it's just a place for you guys. We've created that group. The intention of that group was for you guys to be able to share your photos of your finished creations and to inspire each other and for us to be able to see what you guys are making. And we have rules for a reason, is to keep you guys safe because the scammers love groups like that allow buying and selling because they get into your messages and they say, yes, I'll sell this to you. And then they just take your money and run. So that's why we don't allow any buying and selling at all. We want it to be a place that's safe for you guys to share and look and get inspired to do other crafting. And those groups really quickly, if you allow buying and selling, they really quickly become nothing but a spam sales page. And that's not what we want. Melissa, it's the Christie's Craft Room Craft Sharing page. It's Christie's Craft Room - Craft Sharing Group is what it's called. So if you search Christie's Craft Room and then see the group that says Craft Sharing Group, that's the one. All right, guys, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out and having a fun. I think this was a fun day of crafting, so hopefully you guys think it was fun too. Thanks for being here. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.